fifth graders, and welcome to this week's online video lesson. This video was made for violin students, and we will be practicing the violin part of French folk song in this video. Our goal today is to play through the entire French folk song. So you may remember in our first online video lesson, we practiced the first half of the song. Our second online video lesson, we practiced the second half of the song. Well, the goal this week is to put it all together and make one polished full song. So let's get started. We're going to warm up on a D major scale, and since our song is in 3/4 time signature, we're going to warm up on D scale in threes. So we're playing 3 quarter notes for each note of the scale. It'll sound like this: D, 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 E, 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 and so on and so forth. Go ahead and get your instrument set. Check your posture. Set your bow on D. So the D major scale in threes, I'll count us in. 1, ready, play. Great work, students. Let's go on to one more D scale warm-up. This second scale we will play on the dotted half note. Remember, students, dotted half notes get 3 beats. So really plan out your bow. Use a full long bow and a slow bow speed. Ready? Set your bow all the way into the frog. 1, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent warm-up. Okay, let's get started on the song. So a couple of quick things to review before we play the whole song all the way through. First, I'd like to review the dynamics. So we have 2 dynamics in this song. If you look under the notes in the first measure, you'll see MF. We talked about how MF stands for, do you remember? Mezzo forte. Mezzo forte, in English, it translates to medium loud. Now, in this song, we never see just F by itself, but if you did have just F by itself, it would stand for forte, which means loud. Another dynamic that we have in this piece, if you take a look at letter E under the notes, we have a P. You could say that P is the opposite of F. P stands for piano, and it means soft. So, you might remember we talked about how the sections of the song that are at the mezzo forte level they are the places in the song where you are playing the melody and your part is supposed to be in the forefront. The section where you have piano, it's where you're playing harmonies. So you don't want to be too loud. You want to be playing more of a supporting role. Now, there's one more symbol that I like to talk about that we haven't talked about yet. If you look, at the bottom of the song, in the second to last measure, there's an abbreviation, RIT. Now, the full term is ritardando. And ritardando translates to slow down. It actually means to slow down gradually. So, at the end of the piece, you see RIT, it's under the second to last measure. That means at the end of the song, we're supposed to slow the pace of the tempo down. And you see this actually a lot at the end of songs, and I like to think that the reason why composers like to add that at the end of the song sometimes is for dramatic effect. The truth of the matter is, though, that you could actually see this symbol, RIT, any place in the song. It is very common, though, to see it at the end. So I'm going to play for you letter I to the end of the song, and I'm going to perform for you the ritardando so that you can hear how the slowdown sounds. So take a listen. This is letter I to the end. Could you hear how I slowed the pace down a bit? It gives it a nice dramatic ending. This time I'll play it again, and I would like for you to shadow play. So pick up your instrument and your bow if you are not already holding it, and put it into position. And I just want you to move your bow along with my notes so you can feel how the slowdown is. Ready? 1, shadow, bow. Could you feel me getting slower and slower, and did you slow the pace of your bow down too? This time, let's play it together. You might want to watch my bow as you're playing so that your timing is the same as mine. Ready? Set your high D. This is letter I to the end. We're practicing the slowdown. 1, ready, go. So now that we've reviewed the different elements of the song, I think we're ready to play it all the way through. Make sure you're noticing the dynamics and you're playing out with a strong, confident tone when you have mezzo forte. And don't forget to soften up your tone when you have the piano. And then see if you can remember the slowdown at the end as well. Let's take it from the top. Check your posture. Take a moment to set your high D, so that your fingers are over the stripes, and set your bow on the A string. Ready? I'll count us in. 1, ready, beginning. students. Well, that concludes our video lesson for today. I'd like to remind you that your video assignment this week is to play the entire French folk song. See if you can make it a really well-polished piece by practicing it a bit. You know, practice with this video maybe a few times and also practice it independently on your own. And I actually suggest you spread your practice out over a few days rather than try to practice all at once. It's better for your development. And then once you feel well practiced and you feel like you've got a handle on all the dynamics and the ritardando at the end when you're ready, then get your camera rolling and start taking your video. And I look forward to seeing your progress on this, students. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Keep up your practice.